morning, YouTube. We are going live on Facebook. Good morning. It's David, and today is May 17th, May 11th. I'll get it right. It's May 11th, and welcome to every Saturday is Small Business Saturday. I am very excited to announce today that after 37 plus years and 5 years of earning little value to me today, college degrees, I am leaving Cincinnati. And it's an interesting transformation for me at my age. It was 19 years ago that my sons, Jordan and Sam, who were both born and raised in Cincinnati, 19 years ago, they left me a totally solo, empty nester. And I've tried to make the last 19 years, but now it's time. And ultimately, I think, and ultimately I know I'm going to end up in Dallas, Texas, where my son, Pastor Sam, lives with 5 females. And actually, I visited with them. They've been in Dallas for it'll be 2 years in July, and I've been there probably a half a dozen times, close to a half a dozen times. But a week from today, at this very precise moment, I will be in Dallas, Texas. So I'm not quite sure what every Saturday, Small Business Saturday is going to look like next week. We'll see when we get there. In the last 20 years, the only real local small business things that I have done was just for about a period of 2 years, when I brought together solopreneurs, about 100 of them, who lived in Cincinnati, Columbus, and Dayton in Ohio. We gathered once a month for lunch. Wow, not as a group. I went to each one of those markets every month for a lunch, and then once a year, 2 times total, I brought all the communities together at exit 50 on Route 71 North, a main north-south thoroughfare in Ohio, which, interesting, doesn't go true north and south. It goes from southwest to northeast in Ohio. A little bit of geography there for you. But I brought the three communities together, and we interacted. How could we help each other in our markets, things that we do, and what suggestions do we have for each other? What works for you there? Can it work for me here? And it was a wonderful experience. And then another really bizarre thing is I spent 9 years of my life from 1991 to 1999 uh, in an office just six tenths of a mile, 5 tenths of a mile from where I'm sitting right now. I was in an office building for 9 years, uh, sharing my expertise, uh, my intellectual property with. Well, at that time, it didn't start that way, but for 5 or 6 years, I had access to 19 of the country's largest, 19 of the 53 largest insurance companies in the United States. I had access to them. Several of them were direct clients, others were just brought me in because they needed some information or suggestion. And then I'm real proud. It was at that time. It was in 1994. Uh, I actually, this is my own creation. I presented this to the national marketplace. I called it. Well, it was to the insurance industry, insurance customer relationship management, lifestyle management touch points. That's what I do. I've created millions of touch points for customers, for businesses, their customer touch points, so that if they use those touch points and leverage those touch points the best way that they can, they have enhanced lifetime value. That customer becomes greater lifetime value for them. And that's what all businesses need to be pursuing. Those companies that you bring value to them, they bring value to you, and together you do whatever needs to be done. You collaborate. You bring other folks in. That's what I do in the communities that I have developed, uh, so that we can work with one another to achieve common goals and objectives. That's the true meaning of collaboration. And part of, well, I'll get to that in a second. Uh, before I leave Cincinnati, it really is incumbent upon me. I would be very remiss if I did not publish and produce, digitally publish and digitally produce two stories that actually, in the last 2 weeks, uh, these these stories became very, very fascinating ones to me, and they are stories that I want to share. I want to publish and produce them before I leave. The first one I actually yesterday I delivered um, 25. Well, I delivered 25 invitations like this. The Celebrate Business Project 2024 Marketing Sales Value Experience is coming to OTR. OTR is an area in Cincinnati called Over the Rhine. It is actually one of the oldest. Well, it's absolutely the oldest community in Cincinnati, because Cincinnati was settled by Germans. I think I've heard that it's going to be 150th anniversary next year or this year, a long time ago. And uh, Over the Rhine was the area of commerce back then, and today it has gone through a lot of interesting evolvements over the last, well, for as long as I've been here. I used to spend a lot of time there when I drove a car in the early days. Even in college, I spent a lot of time in the Over the Rhine area. But there's a community of small businesses. There's a chamber of commerce, and I delivered 25 of these cards with the message: we need 25 small businesses who want to take their marketing and sales uh, uh, strategy and with less than 24 hours of time from the time commitment from those 25 businesses, I will produce and publish a 19-minute YouTube. I will use the URL that I create. And I have about 6 or 7 different places where I will publish it, and I will give that URL to the small business uh, uh, so that they can use it and publish it any way that they need. They find important for the growth and development for their own business. And uh, as I said, well, I actually haven't spoken with the executive director. She was not there yesterday. I sent her an email, and actually, I'm going to. If she's not watching right now, I'm going to send her a copy of. Yeah, I'm going to send her a YouTube URL of what I am producing right now. Uh, these small businesses. Wow, I because I'm testing a new idea that I want to test in Cincinnati because it's the market where I have been operating with in uh, as far as small businesses is concerned, and as far as the project that I've created just for about 3 years. And I've done a lot of testing of different ideas in this market. And so a final test that I want to do is working with um, smaller chambers or areas that are very, they have a lot of small businesses in a small geographic area, and uh, take their marketing and sales strategy uh, to the next to their next level, whatever that level might be. I will. That's what the project does. It we have some. We will have a group session where they will define the value of what it is that they do, what value do they bring to the marketplace, and then I will work with each one of them to create a marketing and sales conversation that's about them and their small business and what value they bring to the marketplace. That's what the project does. So real excited that we're going to test some new ideas in over the Rhine in Cincinnati. And as I said, I just took this card yesterday to them. Folks, ultimately, for me to produce and publish a YouTube URL for anyone else in a small business will have a $750 investment involved. But I am going to in my testing of this new idea, I'm going to offer it complimentary to the 25 businesses in over the Rhine. So in exchange, I'll give it to them complimentary, but each one of them must commit to me that they will send that URL. They will publish that URL and email it, send it, post it on sites, send it to at least 100 friends, which they will want to do because it's about their marketing sales and what value they bring to the marketplace. So it's a fun project and literally underway in over the Rhine in Cincinnati, and Well, I've already said next Saturday. I will be in Dallas, Texas, so I'm not quite sure how what's going to happen when I get there uh, because of the family. When I return, the first Saturday when I return, well, actually a week from tomorrow, a week from 2 weeks from today, on May 25th, I will live stream right from Over the Rhine. I'm going to leave the studio and go to Over the Rhine. I am waiting for a recommendation exactly where uh, the chamber thinks I should be, but I have an idea that I'm gonna. Well, one of the two Saturdays. I'm gonna do it for two Saturdays, May 25th and June 1st. One of the two, I will absolutely be in an area called the Finley Market, and that is I literally have whenever possible I go to the Finley Market. It's on Saturdays. It's a farmers market where folks bring live produce in, and it's a fun place to be on a Saturday. Wow, we're going to be there either on May 21st or June 1st. And if you happen to be in Cincinnati, find us, stop by and say hello. The other story that it just it's had such an impact on my thinking. Uh, what I see and one of the it's absolutely might be the best business story memory that I will have of Cincinnati. Uh, it all started at least 10 years ago with a company that, as we speak, that company was 1,800 steps from where I am sitting right now, just coincidentally. And uh, last week, or during National Small Business Week, not last week, but the week before, I went to there. I walked the 1,800 steps. And I'll show you what I saw when I got there. Come on. I just had it here. Why did I lose it? Oh my goodness. There. It is unreal. It was, at any rate, it is on the side of it's now called the Alloy Development Corporation, Inc. And on the side of their building, oh, it's on this camera. That's why I can't find it. It was on this one. There it is. That's what I saw when I went there the week before last. A top 10 incubator in the world. And it was, I read a story in the local business paper, and the opening paragraph, the upper right hand corner to the story, was a quotation from Pat Longo, and that's what got my attention. And I had remembered, wow, the quotation is, coaching really has been a differentiator for us. Are we asking the right questions, and are we listening? And then it's taking that next step. And that's what Pat has done with small businesses here in Cincinnati for the last, I think he told me 35 years. And I want to revisit that whole thing because it's a fascinating story. And to have one of the top 10 an incubator, for those of you not familiar, it's a building, a structure where typically startup businesses start there, and they grow their business from that incubator. And at a certain point in time, then they are they need to leave the incubator because they need more space because they have grown and developed their business. That's the concept, and nobody understands it or does it better than Pat. And I want to tell that story and publish that story, and that will I won't be able to start that until the first week in June, but I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have some fun with that, and it's just a powerful story about small business, and it is my major takeaway from Cincinnati and experiences about small business. And well, I actually did a live stream with Pat during National Small Business Week. You can go on YouTube and see it. But it's just absolutely amazing what has gone over there. Pat started as a banker and making loans to company in the name of the bank, and it wasn't there all that long. A couple of years, he decided that he really wanted to make the impact in a different way. So that's how he got involved in the Hamilton County Development Corporation, which evolved into Alloy Development. Wonderful story, and I'm going to have a lot of fun sharing and telling that story. Let me see if I have gotten to everything that I wanted to share today. I have mentioned next week. So if in closing, if and I just told a friend this, I'm going to be leaving Cincinnati. I've started to pack, not knowing exactly where I'm going. I know what city I'm going to end up in, but what the project has done, the capabilities of the project can be done, and we can take the project to any of the 387 defined markets in the United States. And I will visit as many of those markets as I possibly can. So if you have some idea, if you would like me to come and bring our project to your market, let me know. We will, in the time that we are there, with the things that we do and how we do them. There will be a tremendous amount of market noise created. There will be thousands of customer touch points that I'd love to create, and that will happen. So if you have an idea that you would like to share with me so that we might bring the project to your market, please don't hesitate to contact me. dleopold@davidsbarter.com. I'll publish it in the stream. And an early thank you to all the mothers of the world. Mothers are very special folks that have a special contract with higher powers, and tomorrow we honor the mothers, and we honor our mothers, and don't forget. I'm sure you'll be thinking about your mother, but if your mother is still living, please don't forget. I celebrated the last Mother's Day with my mother. Actually, well, mom passed away 3 years ago, just a shy, 1 month shy of her 98th birthday. But for the last 2 years of her life, almost 3 years of her life, with COVID and her declining health, I didn't see mom, and we didn't actually have much communication. We thought a lot about each other, but we didn't have much uh, direct communication. But don't forget to remember your mothers, and remember everybody's mothers. Be Thank every mother that you see tomorrow for them, for their motherhood. It's an important thing. So thank you for your time today. Uh, 26 minutes of your time today, if you're still here. And every Saturday is Small Business Saturday, and I like to share. Uh, do what you love and love what you do. See you soon.